Good morning. It is Wednesday, October 15th. I'm Whitney Turner. Thanks for joining us for Catch Up Quick, WVLT's daily fastcast, airing 10:30 in the mornings Monday through Friday. Well, yesterday we showed you these photos of a car that crashed into a home in Powell late Monday night. Fire crews say they can't believe no one was hurt. Take a look at this. We've got an update just in this morning. Jaden Ingersoll told police he was driving 100 miles an hour in a 30 speed limit area right before crashing into the house. Officials say he is charged with multiple counts, including vandalism, reckless endangerment, and aggravated assault. This is because police say he ignored the passengers, asking him to slow down. Our Lexi Lepoff is learning more about this shocking scene.
When we first got here, we were almost stunned.
A scene leaving even some of the most experienced first responders in disbelief.
I've seen cars into houses, but never to this level.
This is what's left behind after a car plowed through a home in Powell. What once was a garage and 2 bedrooms, now all in rubble, with the garage door and bricks scattered through the yard.
Just took down the exterior wall, which is the support wall, and the entire bonus room area just collapsed.
Despite the damage, everyone made it out alive. Fire crews say only the people in the car had minor injuries. I spoke with the homeowner off camera. She tells me she's usually a night owl, but decided to go to bed early in her room on the other side of the house.
Pure and simple, this is a miracle that these individuals were not hurt.
She says she woke up to a boom sound and screams, then to see half of her home collapsed. Devastated to see the place where she raised her children destroyed, but feeling blessed to be alive.
All we're dealing with today in the aftermath is property damage, which property can be rebuilt.
That was our Lexi Lepoff reporting. Knox County continues to honor the life of one of their own. Deputy Tucker Blakely was killed after he was responding to a domestic call 2 years ago in West Knox County. There is a new memorial for him now. It's right off West Emory and Brickyard Road, showcasing several of his accomplishments. It's right near Powell High School, where Tucker and his widow, Katerina, met. For her, the memorial is a living memory of Tucker's service and sacrifice for Knox County.
It's nice that it'll be a memory for future generations that won't necessarily have ever met Tucker, or their families might not know him, that they can at least come up here and see.
This is now the second place in Powell people can remember Deputy Blakely. There's a memorial bridge in Powell, and now this memorial for him. Both are right around Powell High School. The Tennessee Highway Patrol is upgrading its dispatch phone system today, transitioning what's called IP Flexible Reach. The new system routes phone calls over a private network instead of the public internet. The change also prepares THP for the next generation 911 system. It will automatically send location data to troopers to help them reach drivers faster. And we're learning more about an incident on Interstate 75 in southern Kentucky after a rapper was arrested. Armani White, who goes by Enoch Tolbert, was arrested Sunday evening in London. Police say he ran across the interstate and was dancing on the concrete barrier. He later told officers he was filming a music video.
You're not supposed to be just walking on the interstate or crossing the lanes of travel. We're not against anybody trying to exercise those rights to be able to do so. We just ask that you do them the right way and the safe way. You know, our biggest concern was safety.
White responding on Instagram by saying he smiled in the mugshot because he refuses to let anyone paint him as a criminal. His pretrial conference is scheduled for October 28th. More affordable housing is coming to Knoxville. The Grosvenor Square housing community is now off of Merchant Drive. It all comes with 184 housing units, some of them designed to be fully accessible. Construction on the project started back in 2023. The city invested more than $1.5 million in it.
Anytime there's a pinch on the supply of housing, it's going to drive rents up. We've seen that over the last 5 years. The best way to tamp that down is to build more housing and to build exclusively more, not exclusively, but specifically more affordable housing.
A wooded area behind the community will become a park with walking trails in the future. That space was donated by the Legacy Parks Foundation. And for the first time, we are hearing from an employee at Accurate Energetic Systems after last week's deadly explosion in Hickman County. Jade Began is among several employees out of work following the explosion that left 16 of her colleagues dead and a handful of others hurt. Hours before the blast, she says she was in the building where it happened, a reality leaving her to question her long-term future with the company.
If I didn't feel safe being in that building, I wouldn't work there, you know. They took every safety precaution possible to try and prevent something like this from happening. So I'm still on the fence on if I'm going to go back or not.
Production at AES has stopped. Employees say they expect to be paid. No word yet on when they'll return to work. Officials will give another update on the investigation tonight at 7. You can watch it live right here inside your WVLT News app. 850 violent criminals have been arrested so far under the Memphis Safe Task Force. An even more shocking number, 44 missing children have been found. Governor Bill Lee says the results so far are encouraging, saying the operations will take place as long as needed. He says the end goal is a reduction in or the complete end of violent crime in Memphis. The National Guard arrived last Friday. The only ones we've seen armed are military police. The mayor of Memphis says the results so far are just the start.
Investigations that are underway right now where they are looking into the networks of criminality. So it goes beyond just an individual arrest today, but what is the root of where the source of that criminal activity is coming from. And so those investigations take longer term.
Governor Lee says they are working on short-term and long-term solutions to help local courts as arrests continue, including the possibility of using resources from other parts of the state.
And now, your first alert forecast with meteorologist Belle Oliver.
Well, we have had a very nice, pleasant stretch of weather extending from last weekend over the next few days, but things are changing as we look towards this weekend, tracking a cold front that will work through, bringing in some showers and storms, especially looking towards Sunday morning. You'll notice the cold front here. Saturday, we're at 80 degrees, pushing through back down to the low 70s by Sunday, so it's bringing some fall air with it, but of course, some more rain and storms. Friday night looks good to go. There will be an increase in cloud cover by Friday afternoon into the overnight hours. Saturday, we're dry, looking towards Saturday night, and we're looking dry there for 5 o'clock. It's not until later on into Sunday morning, really between that 4 to 6 o'clock hour, we can see more of those showers and storms entering across the Cumberland Plateau, slowly working their way through by Sunday, and seeing some widespread showers and thunderstorms possible Sunday afternoon, heading into the evening hours as well. We could see a few of these linger too, and then mostly clearing out as we look towards Sunday into the overnight hours, waking up on Monday with a few extra clouds Monday morning. So that's what we're tracking right now. I want to put it on your radar for you. I know a lot of people try to plan things for the weekend. Right now, minibus, low 60s. We're nice and clear out there. Still some areas of some patchy fog, especially in Harlan, Kentucky and Middlesboro down there. But other than that, very clear on this Wednesday. Beautiful view across Purchase Knob right now. Some of that fall color pushing in as well. Mostly clear and sunny skies are expected today, and we will be a little bit warm looking towards the afternoon. We'll see temperatures continue to push into the low 70s by 1 o'clock. Most of us topping out either into the upper 70s, and a few of us could touch 80 degrees later on this afternoon. 80 in Knoxville, 82 down there in Pigeon Forge, 77 in Greenville, 78 in Rogersville, and 75 towards Jamestown. So definitely a warm afternoon on Wednesday, but mostly clear and sunny for today. That'll continue into Thursday as well, with temperatures into the mid 70s. As we look towards Friday, nice and clear. We'll see a few clouds build in by the afternoon. Friday night football still looking good. And then Saturday, we'll start the day dry, and then it's going to be warm, low 80s. And then we'll see those rain chances build, especially towards Sunday morning, with some clearing as we go towards next week.
All right, Belle, thanks so much. Knoxville City Council has now officially approved a new traffic study on the Gay Street Bridge. That study will look at traffic patterns both before and after the bridge closed for repairs, seeing how the closure impacts roads like Chapman Highway, Henley Street, and James White Parkway. Crews have been working on the bridge since June of last year, and the city says the plan is to reopen it to walkers and bikes by the end of the year. City Council last night also approved a new plan for a bicycle greenway connecting Fort Sanders with Tyson Park, going under the CSX railroad tracks near Clinch Avenue, extending to the Third Creek Greenway at Tyson Park.
This connection has been, we're talking about the users from Fort Sanders, but there's a lot of people in West Knoxville who will use it to bike or walk from neighborhoods in West Knoxville to downtown or to campus. So I think it'll be used by a lot of people once it's there.
The approval is for funding to design the park. Once that's done, the city will put out a bid to build it. Early voting started today in the city of Knoxville. Several city council seats are on the ballot this year, along with a proposal for a 0.5% increase of Knoxville's sales tax. It would mean city shoppers would pay an extra penny for every $2 they spend. The proposal would put the city's rate even with other parts of East Tennessee, including Sevier, Blount, and Anderson counties. The mayor says the money raised would go toward projects like affordable housing, parks, sidewalks, and roads. Early voting runs through the 30th. Election Day is Tuesday, November 4th. Leaders on Capitol Hill say this could be the longest government shutdown of all time. The current record is 34 days, set during the first Trump administration. House Speaker Mike Johnson says federal workers without paychecks have Senate Democrats to blame over the government shutdown for not passing a GOP funding package. Well, Democrats doubled down on demands for Republicans to add health care funding to that plan in an 8th attempt Tuesday to fund the government and end the shutdown. The Senate failed to advance a short-term spending measure. WVLT is proud to be your official station of the Lady Vols. The Lady Vols basketball season kicks off here in just a few weeks. They come into the season with some high expectations too. Tennessee ranked number 8 in the preseason AP Top 25. This is the 46th time they've appeared in the preseason poll in the past 50 seasons. UConn and South Carolina are at the top of the poll, with SEC schools Texas, LSU, and Oklahoma just ahead of the Lady Vols. The high ranking thanks in large part to some terrific recruiting by second-year head coach Kim Caldwell.
They could go to another program and be another good player on a great team, or they could come here and they could be the face of something, the start of something. And that's really our pitch. I think if you get recruits here on a football game day or weekend, I think that kind of sells itself. I think anytime we walk around and families see that Knoxville bleeds orange, there's a lot here that speaks for itself.
Kim Caldwell's squad will be in preseason action against Columbus State at home on October 29th. The regular season kicks off November 4th when the Lady Vols face NC State on the road.
We the People, celebrating 250 years of America. Sponsored by Garza Law Firm.
We're highlighting historic facts leading up to our nation's 250th birthday. On this date, in 2022, the University of Tennessee football team pulled off an epic victory against the Alabama Crimson Tide. The final score was 52-49. Tennessee snapped a 15-game losing streak with the victory, and fans celebrated in spectacular fashion, storming the field here, tearing down the goalposts. So one for the history books. Well, thank you for joining us. Remember, you can stay up to date on WVLT.tv, inside your WVLT News app, and of course on WVLT social media pages. We're going to be right back here with your top headlines at noon.